And we're gonna go to halftime here. Well, yes, we're gonna go to halftime here, and we're gonna play a clip during halftime, which is only gonna be a minute long, and we are gonna respond to a take that my co-host, who's not here on the show to defend his honor, made last week. Let's get it.
The New York Knicks will make an NBA Finals this season. It's not fandom. I just think this team is dynamic defensively. They're a team that has 21 games with holding opponents under 100 points. That's something that's unheard of. It doesn't make any sense how they're so great defensively. The team is unhealthy and they're still winning games. They're still taking it to teams. And Jalen Brunson is so dynamic of a player. He's the second greatest point guard in Knicks history. He's been so dynamic as a player, so crazy as a talent. He's probably the best point guard in the East right now. The man is carrying this organization on his damn back and bringing them to where they want to go. It's ridiculous how great of a player he is at this level of stage. Only a second-year starter, and he's so dynamic. The Knicks, I believe, when they bring everyone back and everyone is coming back before the season ends, they will be in the NBA Finals for the Eastern Conference Finals, the Eastern Conference team.
All right, you heard the clip from my co-host. I want to know your thoughts to kick us off. Do we
Can
agree?
I? Because I'm gonna have to step out because they're about to get the Clippers stuff going, press conferences and things.
Got you.
But I just want to say that has to be one of the worst takes I've heard for sports this year. The New York Knicks to the NBA Finals. I just don't believe in it. I love Jalen Brunson, but I think the Knicks roster is built to be successful in the regular season because the game is not as physical. You're a little more free flowing. But in the Eastern Conference, you got to go through Milwaukee Bucks, who's starting to pick it up, and Giannis is having one of his better years of his career. Then you have to go through the Boston Celtics. Like, it's hard to go and pick the Knicks. You know what the Knicks are like? The Knicks are a lot like the Dallas Cowboys. They're a team that you're like, hey, they very popular, America's team. Everybody loves them. They can come out and play well in the regular season, but when it gets down to the nitty gritty, they always seem to let you down. So I wish Zay was here so I could talk to him and go back and forth with him about that because I believe he's totally wrong. Hell, if Embiid comes back and he's healthy and can be close to what he was at the beginning of the season, I don't even know if they're better than Philly. But, it's tough. I know New York, they're hoping, but I still think New York, they need another guy because today more than ever with the NBA, the regular season plays like AAU basketball. The NBA playoffs is real basketball, physicality. The refs let you play more, and that's where I think a guy like Jalen Brunson, the height and things like that can come. And then Julius Randle, he's so up and down. They may not have no OG Anunoby with them. It's hard for me to believe that the Knicks can make that jump. Can they do it? Improve me on? Maybe, but I don't think so.
All right, Mykell, I know you got to bounce. I'm gonna respond to everything you have to say when you leave.
Yeah.
And be sure to check it out, and we could talk about it on Instagram.
We're gonna have to do this again, man. Of course. Shout out to you, man. Keep working, Brody. But tell Zay, what is he drinking on out there? I
Yeah,
didn't
I'm
know
gonna respond.
y'all didn't have no gas like that out there. I thought LA was the place with the best gas, but clearly New York got
Yeah, I
something
mean,
too.
you see these guys who's out on the street. They got some gas over here, bro. These guys, oh my god, oh. I mean, it's crazy out there. But anyway, man, we'll catch up, bro. You have a good day.
Yeah. Thank you, man. Appreciate you.
All right, I'm gonna respond to everything Zay had to say about my beloved New York Knickerbockers, and I want to respond to Mykell comparing the Knicks to the Dallas Cowboys. Wow, I wasn't prepared for that, folks. But it's looking like I'm going to be solo dolo here right now to close off this show. Right, the last couple topics that we do have, and it's been a couple episodes before, since I've been solo dolo on this show. I mean, I'm running on a tight schedule. Zach is out, Zay is out. Cuzzo can't make it on the show right now, but it's all good because, we are going to get Leel 2.0 right now. I want to respond to Mykell before I get to this question right here. He compared the Knicks to the Dallas Cowboys, and I want to completely shoot down that narrative right now because when you talk about the Dallas Cowboys, and I'm a sports guy, I've been raised into sports. I've been raised to love sports, and that's why I'm here doing what I'm doing right now. But when you look at the Cowboys and their fandom, the people that support the Cowboys, the delusional people that support the Cowboys, is they always think that they have a shot to win every single year. I'm pretty sure you ask the average Knicks fan, not named Zay, we don't believe that we have a shot to win the championship this year. We are honest, you know. Cowboys fans are not honest. They've been thinking they was going to win the last 10 championships, and he hadn't. Okay. Matter of fact, the Cowboys actually do have a real fan base that is supported in other areas of the globe. Everybody hates the Knicks for whatever reason. I mean, you got people, you know, um, trying to defame guys like Julius Randle, flaming him, not giving Jalen Brunson the proper jurisdiction. Now I do agree with Zay when he say that this guy might just be the best point guard in the East. A lot of people gonna think that's overreaction too. I don't. I mean, when you talk about the consistency game by game that Jalen Brunson has been displaying in the Knicks uniform since he came to the team, and I watch the Knicks basketball games clearly. I'm a Knicks fan. I can see that for myself. But no, we don't get the same, love that the Cowboys do in the media. We are hated in the media. Anytime we do something good, it's always something bad in the eyes of the media. They said we was going to lose to the Cavaliers last year in the first round. We beat them. Okay. They said that, let's laugh at them. The Knicks are the laughing stock because they missed out on Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving. Well, did Kevin Durant win a championship since he left Golden State? No. Okay. Matter of fact, in the fourth quarter of these games, he's been a no-show. Okay. Kyrie Irving, I love the dude, one of my favorite NBA players, period. But he hasn't been the most reliable player. So who was the laughing stock now? Ask Brooklyn. Look at Brooklyn. Let's go across the street. Okay. Let's look at Brooklyn. They're the laughing stock of New York, not the Knicks. Okay. And we traded for OG Anunoby. Oh, we gave up too much. We gave up RJ. Oh, Emmanuel quickly is going to be the best person in the deal. Oh, really? But when OG Anunoby came to our team, okay, the impact that he made has made us a better basketball team. Unfortunately, we are dealing with a lot of injuries now. But when he came to this team, we was playing the best basketball in the NBA. Unfortunately, with the NBA, it's a long season, 82 games. So there's going to be periodic moments where different teams have different stretches of either winning or losing due to injuries or whatever. Let me take the sip of the water as I start to raise the tempo here because I got to respond to this, man. This is professional bigotry right here. Okay. We Knicks fans, we don't get the love. Everybody criticize every move that we make. And yet we have the most deepest team. Okay. But yet we criticize the NBA, okay, for not taking a regular season seriously, for not playing hard defensively. Okay. But yet we do that every single night. Matter of fact, you can make the case that 2 to 3 of the best wins in the NBA this season were Knicks wins. When we defeated Cavaliers with only 4 starters playing. I don't believe we have 4 starters playing in that game. Okay, we barely had guys on our bench because of injuries. Guys playing over 40 minutes. Josh Hart showing a lot of heart. Hartenstein, okay, showing a lot of heart. And we won that game. That was the best win, okay, of the season to me. And then we go to Golden State and we beat Golden State. Okay. Golden State was playing well, but yet we still don't get our jurisdiction due. So, no, I disagree wholeheartedly with my guy, Mykell. We do not get the same love, and we cannot be compared to the Cowboys because the Cowboys fans are delusional. When Dak Prescott is sticking it up in the playoffs, somehow, some way, the world believes that it's the Dallas Cowboys year when it's all actuality not. Okay. No. Coming back to the Knicks, I do think if we can get healthy, that we could be a force to be reckoned with in the playoffs. And a healthy Knicks team, I don't think Zay's take is horrible. Okay. I'm going to play it again for y'all who's just joining the show right now. Let's play it one more time as I take a sip of this water.
My take for 99 cents is the New York Knicks will make an NBA Finals this season. It's not fandom. I just think this team is dynamic defensively. They're a team that has 21 games with holding opponents under 100 points. That's something that's unheard of. It doesn't make any sense how they're so great defensively. The team is unhealthy and they're still winning games. They're still taking it to teams. And Jalen Brunson is so dynamic of a player. He's the second greatest point guard in Knicks history. He's been so dynamic as a player, so crazy as a talent. He's probably the best point guard in the East right now. The man is carrying this organization on his damn back and bringing them to where they want to go. It's ridiculous how great of a player he is at this level of stage. Only a second-year starter, and he's so dynamic. The Knicks, I believe, when they bring everyone back and everyone is coming back before the season ends, they will be in the NBA Finals for the Eastern Conference Finals, the Eastern Conference team.
Now, this is where I disagree with Zay, right? And it's not only about the injuries right now, right? It's not about the injury part of this equation. But where I disagree with Zay is it's not shown in that clip, but I asked him about the impact of Julius Randle and if Julius Randle was not to be back on the court or to be 100%, would that alter your take? And he said absolutely not. And he gave his reasonings, but I have to disagree with Zay there for his reasonings on why, not having a guy like Julius Randle would have no impact on us making a finals run. I disagree wholeheartedly. And the reason why is you're talking about a guy in Julius Randle who has averaged 22.6 points, 9.9 rebounds, and 4.7 assists on 45% shooting over 5 seasons, in which he appeared in 94% of his games. We are talking about a guy who has been durable prior to this year, playing night to night and putting up numbers night to night. Okay. And that's a lot of missing production right there. When you look at Jalen Brunson's numbers, we have to look at the impact of Julius Randle. I mean, this guy was shooting 42.6% of his threes compared to 34.4% since Randle's injury and absence. How is that? And why is that? That's because defenders are heavily blitzing Jalen Brunson, and you have no other star that can pull defenders away from Jalen Brunson. So now everything is more condensed, and he has to create out of that situation. And he has to pass the ball up, and he has to force a shot up. Whereas Randle, who can create his own offense, he get a bucket, probably can't be stopped attacking the basket because of his size and length. And when he's shooting his jump shot and he's making him, he's a more harder player to guard. We got to take that in consideration. I understand that Julius Randle in these playoffs, the last 2 times we made the playoffs, has been a no-show like Coco, but we have to know that his impact is so. Yes, he has an impact on our team, and he's going to be missed. He's already missed. Okay, but what you see right now and why we are still winning games is because we play hard. We play gritty. Okay, we play with heart. We got one of the best rebounded wings in the league in Josh Hart. We got Hartenstein, who was crashing the boards. We're going to get Mitchell Robinson back, who knows how he's going to react to getting benched, because that's exactly where he's coming out of, the bench. Okay. We got to really look at the impact of Julius Randle, and if we are healthy, I don't think Zay take is horrible, because we would have OG Anunoby, who is a big, lengthy guy who can guard 1 through 4, who can guard the likes of Tatum, who can guard the likes of Dame, who can space the floor, who can move without the basketball, who can cut to the basket, all the little intangible things he does. Okay, he's probably going to be our most important player in these playoffs, not named Jalen Brunson. Okay, but we got to get healthy. And what was looked upon, okay, OG played in Sacramento on March 16th, and after he shot 1 for 8, his threes was falling short of the rim. It turned out that he had some inflammation with the elbow injury that he had that kept him out for an extended period of time, and it was looked upon as some maintenance, but he's been missing the last couple games. So I'm not sure what maintenance they're talking about because maybe it's more serious. And that's when Zay's take looks a little bit more critical because, all right, what if we don't get OG Anunoby back healthy? Okay. What if we do get these guys back? Because we know we getting Mitchell Robinson back. But let's say we do get, OG back and we do get Julius Randle back. Now the question becomes, how do we manage these guys? Like, for example, if you have two guys that are not healthy, one guy he's shooting up threes, he's not even hitting the rim because of his elbow. You got him on the floor, and I understand his impact that he makes. He's going to have to be on the floor because he can defend. Okay, he doesn't need the ball, but what if he needs to shoot? Julius Randle as well. We know last year, okay, the injury that he had and how it affected his play and how his timing was affected and how he wasn't even hustling when his shot wasn't falling. He wasn't even hustling to defend anybody. Okay, we know with Julius Randle, when his shot's not falling, he gets disengaged. So what happens if he can't find a rhythm because he's hurt again? My guy got a separated shoulder. He's not going to be 100%. Okay? So what Julius Randle are we going to get? Are we going to get the Julius Randle that's going to hustle on the other end if his shot's not falling, if he's not getting looks? These are questions we got to ask. Okay? Mitchell Robinson. How is Mitchell Robinson going to react coming off that bench? Is he going to play with the same effort? Look, unfortunately, as I sit here on this mic, excited about the positive steps that we Knicks fans or Knicks organization has taken to get to this point, shaking my head saying, I hope this season is not a big what if type of season. I'm hoping it's not going to be that way. What if we were healthy? Because we were playing some of the best basketball in the NBA prior to these injuries. So we got to see what happens, man. But there's another point that I want to bring up before we move off of this topic, right? Because there's questions that I do have, right? When you get to the playoffs, the lineup shortens, right? You decrease your lineup, but we have one of the most deepest rosters in the NBA. I wouldn't advise us to do that. We can have guys off our bench that could give us a spark, that could give us energy, and that's where Tom Thibodeau comes in. And look, I have my concerns. Tom Thibodeau has been a very great positive coach for us, and we can't deny that. I mean, when you look at the heir apparents, right, the guys before him, the predecessors, or he's the predecessor, but we talking about guys like Derek Fisher, David Fizdale, Mike Miller, Kurt Rambis, Jeff Hornacek, all combined for a record of 147 and 329, a losing record with those coaches combined. And Tibbs himself individually has had a winning season or a winning record, of 167 and 139 and coached us last year to the second round of the playoffs. Okay. And he has given us an identity of defensive attention to detail first, which is very, I won't say common in today's modern NBA where guys just want to jack up three-pointers. Drive to the basket, dish it out for an open three-point look. Sometimes passing up a wide open dunk to shoot a daggone three. Okay? But we operate a little differently. But don't get it twisted. We playing well offensively this year as well. We cannot underestimate what Tom Thibodeau has done. However, I do have my questions. Can he win in the playoffs? Okay, can he make the necessary kind of adjustments game to game that it's going to take to go on a run like what Miami did last year? We know Spo and the adjustments that he make on a game-by-game basis is why Miami's so great and why even though Miami's playing like straight garbage right now, you can't count them out. Okay, especially with Jimmy Butler on your team and with Eric Spo as the coach. But there's little nuances like that on why I think Zay is going to regret his take. But I see where Zay is coming from. And I think he's looking at it from a perspective of if we are healthy and available, then I don't think the take is so idiotic. I could probably concur. I still think Boston is coming out regardless if we are healthy or not, because I think it's Boston's year. Got to be their year. If it's not their year, it's never going to be their year. Okay? But we got to get healthy. And right now the Knicks are not healthy. And I'm just out here. I'm hurting right now. I'm shaking my head like the Bible man because I'm like, yeah, I don't know, man. It's looking like a big what if to me, and I don't even want to think about the possibilities of laying up at night looking at the wall like I'm LL Cool J, thinking about what it could have been with the New York Knicks. I don't want to think about it, folks. Check on me, man. I need to be checked upon, man, because it's hurting me right now. But I'm gonna play a clip from an old segment we did, so I could gear up to bring us home with my take for 99. So make sure you stick around.
Please like and subscribe for all the up-to-date content. You've been slinging shows left and right, slinging content left and right. Please don't miss anything. If you do, like, subscribe, leave a comment, or leave a question, something you may want to answer, something you may have. All ideas are great ideas. Nothing's a dumb question.